encountered that December. The papi was skeptical. We had to go talk to the papi. You see, some of the things people don't understand you. Some of the things God can give you the vision and things you were very skeptical for you to go, oh, maybe they say, oh, they. I was there. They just gave it to the man. The man that did. The man say, if you want to do that thing, you would not come back to the executive committee member and say, oh, because I go on the people party, they say I'm going to do this. You just go to your there to wait. Right. So I come back to us. So I come back. Oh, this is I only doing it because I want the president, but we'll still unite our party, we'll still do our party. The man win that. If I come back, we're not going to agree because what now this is assessment on the 2017 election. You know that he wanted, there were not going to be no vote from Pitana. Yes. And she was with Liberty Party and they were in court with Musa Betu then. So to present, you know, and the running mate, Musa didn't have to agree, and they were not going to agree because they were for commits. Yeah. So the only way out there was for Nima County to bring the VP to win. And you know, coming try to see that he's going and will not come in support for that angle. You are coming lose the election. Yeah, go on to him say, I'm a senator of MDR. So that's cool. The cool had told him, I'm a senator of MDR. So let MDR and UPSA, the document. You produce a VP, you produce a senator, you're going to agree. But I wanted to be president and you wanted me man. Yeah. But it could be greedy for power, over zealous for power, you throw MDR away. Yeah. Then put Kennedy on me to unseat me. Yeah. That one they did. But by God's power, God did not agree to that plan. God did not agree. Yeah. But so, nobody can be to that Nima. Today kind of politics go for it. Now they're different. Who can go on and win election to that place? They will all him being vice president or they will get win election to that place with all your influence. So that one thing they get to know when God blessing people, you can't sweat them. You sweat them, that God is sweating. It's sweating, right? Mm-hmm. Yo. The elders there, after they gave so many gifts to the president to vote, they give me a key. I walk and say, all right. They say, good. As long as you live, I am with you. Right.
Kindly hit for us the share button, please.
You allow you die in the chair before we are released. Okay. But we cannot tell our bosses why you are late. Yeah. Because they appreciate what you're doing. They appreciate what you do for this country. That their God will continue to give them the opportunity to live long. That means the power talk about appreciating people who always help you.
Kindly hit for us the share button, please.
Don't appreciate people who help them, who stand by them. Today you keep to politics, it's because of you. You the one brought most of the people in politics. But today when the move again, you see how their life can be. Yeah. And continue to do what you're doing for the people of Nima. God has to pay for you. So don't be deterred of what they menacing and things. They just brought out something that was scared to be afraid. Yeah. To be afraid to say I'm a contest. Yeah. Oh, but the only thing where I saw it was that praying for long life. God continue blessing and strength. Please. If I'm trying to now the government to contain with, I saw that I was found if I could confront because you are my friend. Yeah. But it will be a very clear thing for you. You will say, okay, but they may sound and walk back. Why you did not do it? Why you sound it? So, that is that I just came up with. That's me. I'll let you talk about that thing, man. Now people just do that thing. They told I remember, just can go tell you money and just can create on and say, oh, yeah, it's funny, yes. Then we are going to school, we go grow it. But I remember it's very scared. I remember for the whole country, they think how to improve their own citizen life. That's only they can go spend money. Right. So right now, I will assign.
All right. So kindly hit for us the share button, please. Share with friends, share with family members, so that all of us get ready. Let's get ready so that we can bring you the information. So again, we want you to please do us a favor. We want you to hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, share with friends and family members, so that we all get ready. All right, so hit for us the share button. Hit for us the share button, please. All right, okay, that's how we do it right here. So hit for us the share button. Just share with friends and share with family. Let them know that we're here.
And stuff, all right?
All right, so just hit for us the share button. Let's get started. Let's get ready as we bring you the information. Thank you so very kindly, all of you who are joining us. We want to again thank you. We want to welcome you. As usual, we ask that you please do us a favor as we are also doing. That is, we are hitting the share button. We are sharing in various chat rooms. We are sharing, you know, in just wherever we can, get ourselves. That's why we are sharing. We know that some of the shares that we share, some people may not really like what we share. They will try to remove it. But whatever the case is, please hit for us the share button. Let's get started to bring you the information. All right, let's get started to bring you the information. So please do us a favor. Hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members. And I'm telling you, it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be very, very wonderful. So please do us a favor, right? Do us a favor. Do us a favor. Again, our fellow Liberians, I want to use this time to say happy, happy birthday to a brother and a friend in persons of Keith Hassan. Keith Hassan celebrates his natal day, and we want to say happy, happy birthday to a brother and a friend, Keith Hassan. I want to say happy birthday to you as you celebrate your natal day. Remember that we are all here praying for you. We are all here. We are all here praying for you. Yeah, we are all here praying for you. So we want to say happy, happy birthday to you, Keith Hassan. Happy birthday to you. We wish you everything, everything, everything but the best. We wish you the best. So please, uh, I'm trying to get a clip right here so that we can put our brother Keith on. Let's see right here. Let's see what we have here. Okay, that is okay. So want to say happy happy birthday to a brother and a friend Keith Hassan who's celebrating his natal day. So on behalf of the platform, we want to say Keith, happy birthday to you. Just a minute so that we can get ready to bring Keith picture on here. We are producing at the same time presenting, right? So just bear with us. Yeah. So we are producing at the same time presenting. So producing and presenting. Oh, okay. I went to the wrong place. So just hit for us the share button. Share with friends and share with family members. Yeah, share with friend and family members. So again, on behalf of the platform, we want to say happy, happy birthday to you, Mr. Keith Hassan. As you celebrate your natal day, we want to say to you, happy, happy birthday to you. We wish you all of the best, all of the best. We wish you all of the best. So on behalf of the platform, again, Keith Hassan, We want to say happy birthday to you, and enjoy your day. Remember that you have our prayer with you. You have everything that's supposed to make uh, you happy today. So again, let me play this music. I want to play this music for Keith. It's called What Day, yeah. All right. So let's see if we can bring this one for Keith. How we do yeah.
The money
All right,
take
let's
this
do it
bring
right
them
here.
do so now. Now make people put
Let's do this
country
one for
interest
Keith
for.
to
Why we
celebrate
don't
the
let
middle
we
day.
set fool? We don't know. Why we too hate we set fool? We don't know. How we go develop ya.
So let's do this one for Keith Hassan. We want to say happy birthday to you, Keith Hassan. Take this music from us to you. All right. This one is called Whoop Day. Yeah, we're gonna take this out from here. Okay, get ready, man, to bring it up.
Why we not slave now we own country?
All right. Yeah. We are coming. Okay, Speedo. Let me look for the big one. Let me look for the big one. Let me see. This guy's supposed to be here. Let me look for the big one. Let me look for the big one. Okay. Speed the. Oh. Okay. And he calls this one Woke Day Here. Work day here. So let's do this one for Keith Hassan and all of you who are celebrating. So I want to say, Keith, this is our own way of celebrating with you. So let's do this one for Keith Hassan, a brother and a friend. Let's do this one for him. So join me, please, and wish Keith Hassan happy birthday. Keith is celebrating. He's one of our heroes. He's one of our guru. When it comes to the media, he is there. So I want to say happy birthday to you, Keith Hassan. Take this one from us to you, Keith Hassan. Yeah. Let's take a few bars of this one. Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. And this one he calls it a speed
Why we not slave now we
Wokeya.
own country?
I want to welcome my own sister
Foreign
also.
self get same pass we.
My own sister Awatoti.
Useless for support and put food now
Yeah
other
man.
money table. This blame game do so now. Now make people put country interest for.
Oh
Why
man.
we don't let we set fool? We don't know. Why we
I got
too hate
this
we
right
set
here.
fool? We don't know. How we go develop ya.
All
Why we
right.
know the things alone? We don't know.
Uh-huh.
Make me bring big bucks alone. So we go fix this small country. Oh, I see.
I want to say happy birthday to you, Keith Hassan. You're celebrating
I
your
see.
little day, eh? We're celebrating along
Yeah.
with you, Keith Hassan. Go, go, go.
You won't keep up the bang bang.
You walk with us to get there. That's how we do it right here. We have a
You won't keep
powerhouse,
up the
man.
bang bang.
Yeah.
And I'm still a stallion. There is no
Hassan,
one like
happy birthday to
us.
you,
If
my
we
brother.
fall, yeah, go back for this country.
Happy birthday to you, Keith Hassan.
Follow what
On behalf of the panelists
see
here,
your brothers.
we want to say happy birthday to
Like
you.
we said, we go
Enjoy your
this
day. We hope you are
country.
taking Hennessy SO,
Stars alone, I
Jack Daniel,
we
and
get.
everything that you can get yourself on. Work day, government day.
Take me over.
On behalf of Honor the Palava
That's
Hall,
the problem.
all of the distinguished panelists, we want to say happy birthday to you, Keith Hassan.
Can you never say what they
Okay.
are? I see ya. What they
All right, we got to
are.
bring the
Yeah.
people in from
What they
Kenya. Hey,
are.
man.
I see ya. What they are. What they
I want
are.
to
What
welcome my
they
own brother
are.
Anthony Rogers. Mr. Rogers, how are you, Chief?
What they are.
Let's welcome our own brother Anthony Rogers.
What they are.
Yeah, man. Work day, yeah.
You won't keep up with bang bang. What they are. What they
All
are.
right.
Look at small work. What they are. What they
We got to move this one. We got to move this one, my people.
Daisy,
Hey. Okay, we have to move this one. We got to move this one. We got to move this one so we can get set for the show. But again, fellow Liberians, on behalf of the platform, we want to say happy birthday to our own brother Keith Hassan. Want to say happy birthday to you. You celebrate your natal day on behalf of the platform. We appreciate you. We love you, and we pray God's blessings upon your life. We pray that He continue to bless you, give you the strength and the guidance to do what you love doing best. So, on behalf of the platform, we say happy birthday to you, Keith. We are grateful, fellow Liberians, to have with us a full house today. And this will not be the first time you will be seeing as time goes by. We told you we have entered 2025, and we are going to pick up this platform with highly intellectual people, people who understand the issue and people who can discuss the issue. We are privileged and we want to inform you that we have the woman that I refer to a general. She the one having the nuclear weapon in your hand for the opposition. So I know y'all will get best again. We get another bulldozer with a female, but she will soon be joining us. She will definitely soon be joining us. But we are grateful, fellow Liberians, to have with us. She's not a stranger to this platform. Let me just tell you, she's one person who owned this platform. This is one of the owner of the platform. There are some people they own something, but they just sit down at the back and observe and give you all of the support. So she is one of the owner of this platform. She was there from the very beginning, supporting us, making sure that the platform it is what it is. So we are grateful to have with us. She's commonly known as the village queen. Most of you will know her. You know, most of most of you will know her. Most of you, she is not a stranger when it comes to Liberia, when it comes to CDC, she's not a stranger. But let's use this time to welcome our own Madame Doris Darcy, who is commonly referred to as the village queen. That is the mother of the village. So I will call her the village queen here. Madam, you are welcome. Welcome, Madam.
Thank you so much for having me. And I am honored to be on your show tonight.
Thank
To the
you. I am
panelists, I said good evening to you all.
Thank you
Salute,
so very
salute.
kindly. Thank you. We
Thank
are
you.
also honored to have you here. I know the business schedule have not been giving you time, but we are honored to have you here, and we hope that we'll always have you to discuss issues of importance when it comes to Liberia. So welcome again and welcome, my brother Frank. How are you, Chief? Welcome, welcome.
I'm doing great, Prince, and to the audience. Thank you for being here. And yeah, we are here to discuss Liberia as always.
Thank you. The Pan Africanist is here with us. No need to ask questions. When you see the man, you know. My brother Jake, what's up? What one?
Yes, salute to our new sister, the village queen, my boyfriend, and you the boss man. Salute to everybody, to the followers. They have to share the video. I'm good on his side. Everything okay with me.
Okay, we give
Good.
God the glory.
Thank
We
you.
thank God for that. We thank God. All right. So I know there has been so many things during the week, but again, I just want to give each and every one of us 1 second, for our opening. Let's just give each other 1 second for our opening. I know there are a lot of things that you observe before we go into our topic of discussion. But let's just give ourselves 1 minute and let's hear from ourselves. So I'm going to start. They say, lady before gentlemen, I'm going to start from the village queen. The queen herself is on the show. Yeah, let's start from the
Thank
village
you.
queen herself.
Thank you. To everyone out there. My name is Mistress Dorothy Modatsy. I'm known as the Village Queen. Um, Former Financial Secretary, CDC USA. Powerful sedition in these United States. And I'm glad to be on the platform today to discuss whatever issue about our beloved country,
Hmm.
Mama Liberia. And I'm open to discussion. Thanks again for having me. Any question, I'm here to answer.
Thank you so very kindly. Let's go to our brother Jake. My brother, you have your 1 minute. Let's hear from you. What is on your mind? What's trending? From your own cycle before we jump into
Yeah,
our own
and
issue.
yeah. Thanks again, once again. Yeah, for me, no 2025. I believe is a positive vibe.
Hmm.
You see, because I know you have because when anything happening positively in America, it affect everybody. So on the 20th of this month, you'll be inaugurating the 47th president. The men are also like and follow Donald Trump. I believe the world will come to a peaceful era, a peaceful situation. The war in Ukraine will try to stop in 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 Israel. And money will be, believe me, Prince, money will be circulating from 2025 upward. Business as usual will come back again. So I pray that peace be upon this earth.
All right. Okay. Thank you so very kindly. Let's hear from you, my brother Frank. Let's hear from you, Chief.
Thank you so much, Brother Prince. Wema, I think I'm going to go the opposite side.
No
I evidently
problem.
support Donald Trump, right? And I also do support him on a different level. And
Okay.
being a Pan-Africanist, and Donald Trump, he's not a globalist, he's a nationalist. So I feel that he's going to focus on American interests in America here, than pushing American foreign policy on other nations, which of course he don't have time for that. And because of that, I support him, and that going to give the momentum to the puppet African leaders to wake up, because Donald Trump is somebody that always wake up people. And that is why I support him for, because he's not a globalist to push his agenda or American foreign policy on other nations. And that's why I
Mhm.
support him. But other than that, it is why it is. America's still going to be where it is. They're still going to push their foreign policy on other people. But again, it will waken out more youth, because the problem here is for youth to wake up on the African continent to take matter into their own hands. But other than that, we are here to discuss Liberia. Um, yeah, anything about Liberia. I mean, it's so many. There's to the extent that I can't even pick which one to pick. But what we have on the table, I'm willing and ready and prepared to dive into it as always.
All right, my brother. Thank you so very kindly. It's going to be a wonderful time here again, fellow Liberians. The best that we can say to you is grab yourself a cup of water, a cup of whatever you have, and let's get ready to bring you the information. We want to start from the very, very first information that is on our plate. That has to do with the press conference that was held by the police director of the Republic of Liberia, Patrick Sudu. As you may be aware, after the saga, the unfortunate situation that happened, at the House of Rep, we saw that the president, in presence of Joseph Numa Boyka, made a statement immediately that day. And in a statement, he said that the incident that happened in at the Capitol building was caused by individuals. There were people who, did the act, and even went as far as laboring them, in that particular video. And immediately after, they said they were going to launch an investigation. And through their own investigation or whatever, they went through, we saw that there was a press statement that was issued by the Liberia National Police. I will say the Liberia National Police because we did not even hear much from the Fire Service Department, but we heard from the Liberia National Police. I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to listen to that.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
we
Then we are on
listen.
par.
I listen.
Okay, okay, fine, that's good. Then we are on par. Thank you so much. Because I was thinking, then we are on par. Now, I want to start from my own sister, the village queen herself. You had an opportunity to listen to that particular clip of the police director giving us a report. What do you make of that particular press conference? I want you to take the next 2 to 3 minutes and let's hear from you your own analysis relative to the press conference that was held.
Um, we're speaking about the most recent one where he said that the fire at the Capitol building was arson, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
definitely. I
Um,
will play that clip. Okay.
yeah, my thing here is we would have expected the fire director to come and tell us what caused the fire, or they would have given us some more accurate reason, scientific reason why the fire was caused. But the fire director said from his observation. So from his observation, you're talking about fire, and you're talking about a nation, the oldest republic in Liberia, and you're gonna say observation. Really, I think the case is so big for them. They need to bring in international help to help them
Mhm.
investigate this matter, because
Yes.
the fire director cannot contact us for his observation. And another thing Gregory Coleman did, he said he decided, he concluded that the fire was arson based on the color of the smoke. Seriously, I would like for him to look at the color of the smoke in California and tell the cause of the fire. Because in California, we don't know the cause of the fire right now. He said from looking at the smoke, it was dark, so that arsenic. Then he said the grid where they have the breakers and stuff, it was still working. Nothing was wrong with it, so it could not have been electrical. Then he said the way the fire itself was blazing, it was yellowish or whatever color he called. He said it means arsenic. What school did he go to? I would like for him to give us reference to where he came up with that kind of analysis, that if the cut off the I know fire would be like whatever, we know fire is like yellowish, whatever. It, it's, you're talking about a Capitol building being burned with a lot of material, a lot of papers, a lot of all kind of things in it. So you do not expect the blaze of that fire to be of certain color. I don't understand why he came up with the color coding the fire to determine its arsenic. I think that's wrong to the Liberian people. I think that's very, very unfair to the investigation. I think it's too big for him. It's too
But
big for them.
if
They
if
need to
if I may,
bring in international people to help
yeah,
them.
if I may come in, uh, you are here. You are in the United States. We all watch these things.
Mhm.
What you saw strange about the press conference? Because usually, like I'm going to give an example. When people are reporting on these things, you have all of the people who are responsible. For example, if they are talking about maybe, for example, the fire that is happening now, in the United States, you will see the fire chief. You will see,
You will see the city
everybody that is
mayor. Where's
involved.
the city
And,
mayor? We didn't see the city mayor of
thank you. So
Morovia. He
that's
wasn't
good.
nowhere around.
So
That's
what is
his city.
strange to you in that whole thing? What is strange? You just saw Gregory Cuomo talking and the fire director talk for less than 3 minutes, and that was it. So what is strange to you when you observe that?
I did not see no city mayor
Hmm.
to represent, because the city, that's his city. He should have been present in that press conference and made some remarks. And it was nothing really. That report was not like a report. It was like I would say the fire director spoke correctly. It was observation. Because from Gregory saying that he observed the color of the smoke, observed the color of the fire, that's how he determined it's arsenic. So it was nothing scientific. It's too big for them. I must be frank. They need
It's too big
international
for them.
help.
Wow, it's too big for them. Thank you so very kindly. Let's go to our brother Wilmer. I want to welcome our own brother Ernest Wallow. My brother Ernest, welcome. How are you, Chief?
Yes, Mr. Sherry, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm
That's
fine. I'm
great.
happy to be here. Yeah, sure.
Thank you so very kindly. So let's go to our brother Wilmer. My brother Wilmer, you listening to the police director. I have in a clip here, we're all listening to the
Mhm.
police director. Let's hear from you, sir. What do you make of that particular statement that came from the president earlier, and the police director just try, to confirm it or corroborate, what the president said or etc. But what do you make of it? Let's hear from you, sir.
Yeah, Prince, and the follow was here. Prince, let me say, let me tell you, it been a while now, but listen, they I always say this: the Unity Party led by Joseph Boaga didn't get no plan for that country. The total distraction. Let me remind Liberians here. You all remember when Henry Costa, all the propaganda were pushing during George Weah era, when they were pushing that $16 billion missing money, that they hijacked that country. George Weah brought financial team to investigate. And the company said there was nothing they called 16 billion missing money. That was a debunk statement. But they had a whole scenario for years and years. They played that scenario up and down until today. You ask like people in that country to tell you the country is so naive. Propaganda take over the country. You interview anybody in the street will say there was 16 billion missing money from somewhere to where there was nothing they call 16 billion missing money. It never happened. They were just propaganda by them for them to come to power. At the same thing, because fanatical father speaker and team, the budget will come to him, all these things there. We know the United Party people, Prince, they did not beat discussion. They know they involved in the fire problem. They burn out because anything on Georgia watch a lot of time, they will blame the president. Anybody later and that will say that Georgia, anything the president go anywhere that president. So since our history, capital building never burned before. It burned on Joseph Baga who say you were dealing with the devil. So the United Party people we know them. Look at the people play ball. They are party of violence. Violence. They're ruling the country. They stay in violent move. The
But
devil all around the country.
yeah,
So
even
for
though
me,
you are not a fire expert, but where you are, usually when
please,
these things
I'm
happen,
gonna say
fire.
a fire expert because Kweke Komana fire expert. He never get a chance to talk. He talk as a police director. As the sister said the mayor, nobody come to discuss the thing. We know that play ball. Prince, that's not rocket science. They bring they know the story. They know it. They know it. They know it. How can your country have two speakers? If even you change fanatic Kofa, that it will change the country overnight, that it will make Braga to succeed. Even they bring new speaker. So they know what they're doing. Prince is a distraction because they can't do nothing for the country right now. They're in disarray. I told you, they're in disarray. 1 year going to into Joseph Baka presidency. Nothing tangible they're showing. Nothing they're showing. The most stress in the country, hardship in the country, Prince. I want to go far. Other people come in short. But for me, I blame it. Because the owner I watch the capital building, the capital building get that serious problem. So
Thank
they will blame the Unity Party government.
Thank you so very kindly. Let's get to our brother Ernest. My brother Ernest, I'm very sure you are following back home, what is obtaining with this issue of the fire, the statement of President Boyka, corroborating it with what, how you call, Gregory Como said. Let's hear from you, sir.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sheriff. Am I clear?
Very loud
Yeah.
and clear,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes. So for me, from the beginning, the burning of the Capitol building, the statement the president made when he visited the grounds of the Capitol building, and how the investigation was handled, I knew that nothing good was going to come from out of this. Honestly, I tell you, you don't conduct investigation as if to say you are targeting a specific people. You don't conduct investigation because you go to social media and you watch one video, just a clip, maybe part of that video, and you hold that video and say yes, you want to start investigating people. You go to somebody's house, you carry armed men surround the entire area, make it look like if to say the person have done something, or maybe committed, let's say the person is charged for treason. You can have a president who went at the ground of the capital, only saw the fire, the building was on fire, and he conclude that the building got fired by hooligans. That alone undermines the investigation. Now, when it comes to the issue of fire, these are areas where you call experts, not a police director. Gary Coleman is not an expert in firefighting. He doesn't understand. You cannot say, oh, the fire was caused by this because the smoke was green, the smoke was blue. You give those who are experts the chance to carry on the investigation. They, along with the police, can say yes, based on our investigation as a fire service, this is what we found out from the fire. Then the police now will launch investigation. Who are those that are surrounding or surround that particular circumstances? But as a police director, he's just a police director. For example, yeah, every department in this country have their own every area. Everybody, once you are expert, when it comes to water, you hear water people talking. When it comes to fire people will talk. Every department, people who are expert in those various areas will give that account based on their own experience. But you cannot be policeman at the same time you're serving as fire service. And Mr. Sherry, if you recall, if you watch keenly, Gekre Coleman, the way he behaved at the grounds of the Capitol that day, you see the men walking, you get police people all around holding gun as if to say, what's that? What's that? They may get gone. People will get about 8 bodyguards all right. Everybody well armed in position. As if to say you're fighting against somebody. Well, man, this is just a building that caught on fire. Now fire the gates in America. People are fighting the fire. Now the police commander now holding gun with 6 police around him, say he's trying to do what thing. So for me, from the beginning, I knew that nothing good was going to come from the particular situation. We were only come to create noise around. At the end of the day, it becomes a Liberian thing. Nothing will happen. But one thing I can say, at the end of the day, after these 6 years, if we take over the root of that particular fire to know what caused the fire at the Capitol building. So for me, I don't believe that the particular government can do anything about what happened. That's why you see Prince Moyi have already started proposing 1.3 million. Say, oh, let's go benefit because it's a way where they will make money. He found the mansion early in time, the mansion got burned. 12 years they were on that mansion, people just eating money. At the end of the day, George, we have to come complete that mansion. Now is the capital building. Today we get 1.3 million for that particular for that particular or Capitol building. So these
No,
are
that it's just
normal.
for estimate. It's just for
Yes,
estimate, not to build it, not to
I'm
rebuild.
not saying they are building. I mean, for the to renovate the area that government. I'm not talking to build it. So these are normal tactics of the United Party. So create a scene where, at the end of the day, we just continue pumping money, and somebody be using that place as a way to chop. But at the end of the day, after this 6 years, we're gonna come back and try to understand what caused the fire at the Capitol building. So for me,
Thank,
Gelocoma just on bluff.
thank you so very kindly. My brother Frank, let's hear from you. You listening to the clip from the very beginning. We discuss it. Fire, my brother. Let's hear from you.
Thank you so much, Brother Prince. As I was listening to that video from the police director, whoever his name is, I was taking note down. But before getting to the note that I took down, there are two things I want to talk about first before coming to the so-called investigation. Now, when the fire issues happen, like Honor said, we saw the president. The president already came out with a concluding or how they call it statement by already blaming people, saying, these are hooligans that went and do that, right? Now, before even that, we have already seen how the police force have been structured based on how they want it, just in case if things happen, they will be able to carry on what they think and how they want it to be for the report to be. That is when they came in, they start saying, how they call it, this person was trained by CDC, or there's a CDC police, people that they knew they feared were attached to the political party or were attached to the President George Manuel Weah. They took them from there, and then they left in people who they feared will agree to whatsoever situation that may come. That's one thing. They already, how they call it, put the police force on politics. Number one. Number two, now, the president already came out and gave a statement that these were human beings that did it. These were hooligans. Now, he already know who did the act, as he already stated, right? So the police now have to go according to what he said. Now, after that, what did they do? When they used Prophet Key, did a recalling, a stage as how they used to do it during the past 7 years. Each time things happen, before even the police get to know, we already had Jerome Verger already in the United States, already finished doing the investigation, how it happened. For example, when Charlotte Mushu, things happen after she killed her own daughter in her house. Before even the police got to know, or before the citizens got to know, Jerome Verger was already in America, already finished doing, how they call it, investigating the case, knew who did it, how it was planned, what they wanted to do, and when they went to go rape the woman, and they found the woman daughter, they killed, all those things. Now, they are not there to do investigation. So they use Prophet Key. Then when they did a recording, use another person to say, oh, opposition or CDC people call all, they told us, say, we should go burn the building, and then they will pay all this and more. But you see, those that won and did that recording, those are the people they're supposed to go for first, because it's happening in any country. You don't come out to say, we did this, and somebody pay us to go do this. They obviously go after you and then see whether you did it. Now, that is not to say you did it because you went and did a recording to say, I did it. That is not to say you did it. But the fact that you did a recording, those people should be at the police station, in fact, in police custody at any time to get a thorough investigation, because they are on tape saying they did this. Now, I don't think they went after those people. So again, when they did a recording to set it out, to say it was this. So they are already planting their evidence to say this had happened. Now, let's get to the incident, the investigation. Now, from the investigation, they said they observed. So that means they have no evidence, all right? Because you can observe something from a distance, and then in your mind, what you observe, it is these things. But when you go close to it, it is not it. It is not that thing. You just observe something. Observation does not mean you conclude, or does not mean what you're saying, it is it, right? Now, but again, in their observation, they said, they came out with a concluding statement to say, what caused the fire? It was a flammable substance that caused the fire. Now, the reason why they say flammable substance that caused a fire, because the president already said hooligan, one, and then they already made a tip to say, oh, it was CDC people, opposition that sent up. Number two, that's why they're coming out with flammable substance. Now, apart from that again, they said they don't believe that it was electrical shock. The reason why they said they don't believe that it was electrical shock. Now, you saying all of these things, then that's not observation. Because if you observe it, you will not come out with solution, with concluding statement that, okay, this is not, it was not electrical shock. That's not observation. That means you have done your investigation and then you come to the conclusion already. So you already finished doing elimination.
All right. So if I will have this question, we'll come back to you. If I will ask this question, I will start from my brother Ernest. My brother Ernest, you've been following from the very beginning when the saga was happening. The police decided that they were going to take full charge of the House of Rep. In fact, we listened to the commander for the security at the House of Rep saying that, because of how the incident was, they asked the police, to intervene. And indeed, the police came and they assured the public that they were going to beef up security. In fact, throughout the entire saga, we saw police at the grounds of the Capitol. From the very beginning that they were called in, we saw police there, throughout the entire incident. But at the end of the day, we heard from what we are hearing from all of these investigations. They are not telling us that they ask some
Question.
police officers that were there or question some police officers or stuff like that, because there were some police officers that were there from day one. Now, my question to you is, Ernest, do you think from all indication that this particular incident, it can be compromised based on the way things are going, that they have exonerated the police? Because we listening to Gregor Como, he did not make mention that any police officer, were on the scene, were investigated or so, and there were police there. So is there fear that this issue, even if it is something that we should take serious, that it will be compromised, that other people, they will put the blame on other people? Do you have any fear of that?
Yes, for me, I have fear, and again, it has already been compromised from the very beginning. Like I said, the point that the police have showed us that they were in charge of the Capitol building. We saw police or stopping lawmakers from entering the grounds of Capitol, charging their vehicles, making sure that everything in on that particular ground is under their control. And in the morning, we wake up to the news that the Capitol building is on fire. And if you can recall, during the time of the fire, the police also, I think they said they arrested some people who were found on the grounds of the Capitol that morning during the incident. Up to this date, where are those people? Nobody know if they have been investigated. Nobody knows. The only person we saw who went for investigation based on a statement he made 6 months before the fire incident was Honorable from District Number 9.
Yeah,
He
Honorable
up to
Safoko.
this
Yeah,
date, Safogo is the only person who is on account to answer questions concerning the fire around the Capitol building. He's the only person. So, like I said, the statement made by the president, especially arriving on the ground, say you conclude that without even briefing, you just come on the scene and say, "Oh, hooligans. Who are those hooligans?" All fingers are being pointed at what? The opposition. So that alone compromise or undermines the entire investigation. And one thing I can always say, most time in like, but the things we're supposed to do first, we always like to do it last. What we're supposed to do last, we also like to put it first. For instance, what was the essence of the president going on the grounds of the Capitol that day when the building was on fire? What was the essence of everybody in the ministry just go sit at the Capitol building? That area is a crime scene. That area should have been secured. But you go, you take chairs, you say everybody down, you're having meeting, you're drinking beer, you say, oh, there are other people responsible. That entire investigation has been compromised. What they are trying to do now is the game to take Liberians' attention from that particular Capitol building. So I tell you, Mr. Sherry, in the next 6 years, we'll continue hearing as some people burning place, no here, no tape. But one thing I can say for sure is that after this 6 year, we will make sure to understand what was the cause of that fire. And let me say something again. Gekwe Kumo also have to be very, very much careful. He's doing more than he's supposed to do as a police director. Like I said, if you see his posture that day, at the Capitol building, which tells you that that man is more than I don't know if whether he's more than the Chief Justice or who he's more than with gunmen protecting what the fire is on the building, people fighting to put water. So the investigation has already been compromised from the earlier stage, and nothing Liberians can get out of that particular investigation.
Thank you. Let's go. Let's go to our sister, the village queen.
Yes. Okay.
Like yeah. Go ahead, Mama. Go ahead.
The same question to me, right?
Definitely.
Okay, good. You know when President Boya Bwaka, first of all, I cannot see the urgency of he going there minutes when the fire stopped. The same day. What was the urgency? President Bwaka and the police director and all those officials, they should know that when something happened or occurred, an incident as such, it's a crime scene. We didn't need a president there. They should have yellow taped that place, make it a crime scene, and get those experts that they have to go and start to collect evidence. They didn't do that. So the whole evidence was contaminated. And then you could tell that it was premeditated or it was planned with the president, the police director, and his people because they were in charge of the building. They were protecting the building. You want to me the Capitol building do not have cameras so they can see who are going in and out? It was planned. Even if they had it, trust me, they're going to say it's not working. Because the thing here is, in the majority block, they in and know. How can they exclude the majority block and not question everybody? Everybody needs to be questioned. That's how you know it's fair. Because you investigating, you don't know who doing it. But the investigation is leading towards the opposition. So that's something they plan. Okay, this guy don't want to give up the speakership and Kofa. We're gonna plan this. Prior to the burning of the Capitol building, I think about 2 weeks or a week and a half earlier, they started a little fire in the breakout room.
Yeah,
and
sure.
that they
We saw the panel
didn't
backs.
escalate.
Yeah.
It did not escalate. They tested it. It did not escalate. Whatever they planned to do, they didn't expect it to escalate to that level. Okay? They thought it was going to be that little thing like what happened in the first time. But this time, they made a mistake. But it was planned. You could tell it was planned. The way they're acting. If you look up the president, you look at the police director, you look at the majority, they are all guilty, from my opinion.
And in fact,
The way they're acting.
Yeah, the Bond County, the Bond County
and
rep.
the plan is that thing. Let me tell you something. The whole investigation is dragging towards them going after Fonati Kofa. That's who they're going after. Nobody else. Okay? We just heard they arrested someone out of his office because he does not want to resign. They're trying to implicate him in something that they know the heart of our country. But they are liar. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Thank you so very much. Let's go to our brother Jake. My brother Jake, prior before this, our sister raised a very important point. We listening to the Bond County representative who said on that day when he went there, he made a statement, which I know Liberians, some Liberians really take keenly. He said, we never expected it to be like this. He made that statement. When he was asked, after he was sharing tears, journalists went to him and said, look, what's going on? He said, no, we never expected it to be like this. My brother Jake, let's hear from you on this.
Prince, I will say, I'll call it spade or space. No matter how sedition we feel whatsoever, your fanatic Kofa or whosoever, the speaker is a weak speaker. Let me tell you, very weak. He's just diplomatic for nothing. If it left with me, let him just get Latin or let him just resign. For me, to not prolong la bureau.
Why you say that?
Drama. Listen. Let me remind Liberians followers here. Why I say in weak. Let me tell you why in weak. He tear in command on our country in case anything happen to the president Jeremiah who will be the next president. Let me remind Liberians quite to forget. Y'all know the speaker. You know Fonadiv Horst got born when he became speaker in Morovia. He Horst got born. I was in Liberia a lot of time. George Weah Horst is here. Waka Horst is here. A horse in the middle in Ria. A horse got burned. He went on a media institution and said, "Oh, do investigation." What are investigation? You are speaker. You cannot come to the West. You get budget. You get $2 million budget as Speaker of the House of Representatives. In your preview, you get that budget. You cannot come to the. First of all, you cannot come to the West to know what happened to your house. First of all, that was the first signal Let me remind Liberians here tonight. They don't want to know. They know. For the copper, when you fasting the speakership for a long time,
But
the
no, but what I
United Party
mean,
will
his house is his private property. It's not the
yeah, but listen
responsibility
to
of
me.
Liberia
Documents were
government.
in. Listen to me, sister. Document was in your house. Lot of documents were in your house. Okay, you're a speaker. Wait, a speaker house in America, for example, get point will not investigate. What
They
you're
not
talking about?
investigate.
Leader private something. Leader, your speaker, your former speaker was a Democrat, that woman they called Nancy. Somebody went and buck around her. You know what happened? You know what happened? You know what happened? I just trying to reflect your own how it
Yeah,
started
but it
when it
was the
begins
state of
speaking.
California that investigated that crime. It wasn't the
Yeah,
United
but
States.
he's a
The United
speaker.
States government.
He's a speaker. He tell he command. He's an investigator a horse. He's what made the government to investigate a horse. They investigate a horse. They kept it on. They kept it on the raw. Then from there now, let me tell you, Prince, you start delaying that thing here. We shouldn't get wasted on this on the United Party. Anything that happen in the country now, people will blame it on the Bwaka. CDC ain't got nothing to do with this thing. They're just trying to pin CDC and the government. For me,
Thank
that
you.
if the United Party play ball, why you
Thank you.
more alien used to be throwing thing there. They said they would destroy NEC, all these things. You're finna forgetting? On our
Thank you.
watch, they will solve the problem.
Thank you so much. But you raised an important point which I think people must not overlook. You see, before we go to our brother Frank, like you said, when the issue happened at the speaker's house, up to now we are yet to see any report from
Thank
either
you.
the Liberia National Fire Service or whatever agency. One report we are yet to see. Whether it happened by electrical fault, by whatever, we are yet to see a report. And I agree with you that the Speaker of the House of Rep is not just an ordinary person. In my view, I think that the way he handled that issue at his house, the people look at him like, well, hey, man, he weak, like, hey, man,
We
we can get away with
yes,
it. But let's hear from
yes.
our brother Frank. My
The
brother
man's
Frank,
not an investigator.
let's hear
The
from
man's
you.
the speaker. The police people went there. The fire people went and they did a job. They came up
No,
with, I
but
think they said it was electrical. He's not an
no,
investigator. He's the
that
speaker.
report was not even how you call inclusive of everything or a
Sister,
complete.
don't get
Let,
fanatical pass here. He's a weak speaker.
yeah, let's hear
He's
from
a weak
Frank.
speaker.
Yeah, my brother Frank. Let's hear from you, Chief.
Thank you so much. I'm still going to go back and then what I'm going to say here is going to relate to the question you asked. And so before I can even say that, right, let me say this. That investigation that they carry on, it is an investigation that will never indict anyone. I'm not a lawyer, but I already examine it, right? It is
Which one
not an
investigation? And we're talking
investigation.
about two investigations here. You're talking about the current one?
No, we're talking about the horse that got burnt, not Funatikofa horse, but the state horse that got burnt. Now,
Okay.
this investigation, it is an investigation that will never ever indict anyone, and I'm going to tell you why. Because, like we say, I already been compromised, and I'm going to tell you why it will never ever indict anyone, and the court will never charge anybody for it. And if they use this in court, it will go against them, and anybody that they carry to court, that person should sue them. Now, this is why it is. Before I even answer Brother Prince's question, right? Let me go back again. They said there was a flammable substance. Now that was used. So that means they have that evidence in their hand. That's not observation. They have that evidence in their hand. That's not observation. Now, second, they said, let's go back to the smoke. They said there was a black smoke, means that there was a substance used. Now, you already said there was a substance used. And then you said there was a black smoke, means that. Now it's contradicting. You now show. You already said you have an evidence, right? And then you said because there was a black smoke means that there was a substance used. No, that's contradicting statement right there. Now, second, in our same report again from the police director, he also said there was a multiple entrance of the substance. There was a multiple entrance of the substance. So that means the substance that they used, a lot of people, there was maybe 10, 15 people that came from different entrance and used the substance. So that means there are a lot of evidence that they already have on hand. That's not observation, like I said. They already finished doing their elimination and come to a conclusion that this is what happened. Now, let me go to Brother Prince's question. if there was a multiple entrance because they said the
No, but
substance
let
used
me
is
let me
a
show you
multiple
right here.
entrance.
What happened? The police director said he said those things you're saying, but the fire guy said he
But
observation.
that's why I come in. I come in. That's why I said they can't indict anyone on this. They cannot. They
Yeah,
cannot
yeah,
indict anyone on this. Now,
yeah.
then he said there was a multiple entrance that they used where the substance came from. Now, the Capitol building number one, it have a how they call it capital security, or the building have a security.
Mhm.
Two, they have a how they call it capital security or police. Where were they when these multiple people went to the building? Now, how these people got how they call it a key, right, to enter the building, to go to all those multiple places? Where were the security? Now, in their report, we did not hear him saying all the security. We do not even know how many security that was on duty that night. How many how they call it building security or state security that was on duty and police officers that were on duty that night? The investigation did not cover any of those things.
Yeah, because they want
That
to
is why
claim
they
that it
cannot
was no
indict anyone.
security.
And then
Because they planned
second,
it, so they say was no security. They planned it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I come to it. I come to it. Now, second, what happened here is what happened here is I almost lose my thought. What happened here is okay. Now, the second thing I want to talk about here,
Yeah,
when
just
they
in 30
call the
seconds.
fire chief, when they call a
We
fire
got to go
chief,
to the next issue. Yeah,
when they,
go ahead.
yeah, tell me when they call a fire chief to come give a statement, what did the fire chief say? The fire chief said, according to Gregory, according to the police director, now Gregory's supposed to be quoting from the fire director or the fire chief and say, according to the fire chief, this is what I saw, this is what happened, and we're going to take off from there to do our investigation. But it can't be the other way around as a fire director to say, according to Gregory. No, he's supposed to quote from you, according to the chief, how they call the fire chief. He's supposed to
Thank
quote from you that evidence gala, this is what they gala, this is what they did, this is what they did, and we're going to take it from here. And then go on interview those individuals that we already got and those things. Now, based on the evidence, the flammable substance that they found from multiple entrants that they have already, now he's supposed to say, based on these things, we want to know where it came from, where the boy, if for example, it happened here. When things happen, they can trace it, and then they trace it, maybe it came from Walmart, the person bought it from Walmart. Now, this is what Gregory Common is supposed to say. Now we're going to trace this information and see where it came from, where they bought it from, which store, and whether it's in Liberia, and those things, right? But the chief quoted from Gregory Common. So this is what I said. They cannot indict anyone on this thing. It's a dead case on a rival. You know, they did not do the investigation where these people are sitting over there getting free money and lying to the Liberian people for nothing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is what I want to say with this entire fire incident. A serious stand crier from a village could do better than what Gregory Como and that people did down there. They called a press conference. The first thing we were made to understand, they told us that that was a joint security press conference. I know when it comes to investigation of such matter, in Liberia we have the NSA, we have the Liberian National Police, and especially that issue was a fire incident, so the fire department has to be there. Also, the security of the House of Rep or the legislative security, they got to be there, along with even the police officer or the police commander who were on the scene that particular day. Like all of the points we have raised, the first thing is that entire site was compromised. Now, this is just to tell you how useless these people are. Fire incident happened. The place is not. Look, the investigator can take some of the most significant trace, sometimes from even 3 or 4 feet away from the actual incident. Sometimes when people doing investigation, it's not just where the place or the fire happened, that a place they can gather information. Sometimes it will be like 4, 5, 10 feet away from what we have observed, from what we know, because they have to investigate that entire area. That entire area need to be investigated. If possible, even houses that are very close, they will go there and ask people. So for the fact that Joseph Numa Bweka and people, they went down there to go sit down, and after said they were having some kind of 4-year meeting, that alone was the first red flag that these people intentionally did that thing to compromise that particular site. That's what they did. Like my brother Ernest said, that's what they did to compromise that particular site. Because under no circumstances, with such an incident, you should even have the president close to that proximity. Because according to what they said, according to them, that there was a flammable substance, who knows what a bomb could be planted around it? Who knows what some kind of substance could be around there that could even endanger the life of the president. So in other words, the president's life was even in danger. These fools that were behind him, calling themselves security, they even endangered the lives of the president. That building could even collapse. Let's just take for an example. That building could even collapse with the heavy fire that we saw down there. It is possible that that building could collapse, and something could happen. Some kind of thing could happen. So for the fact that they took the president and carried the president on that site, that alone helped to what we call contaminate the scene. That was the first thing. The second thing, for you to conduct an investigation, it must be the National Fire Service who will head that particular investigation, so to speak. But to see the National Fire Service boss going down there with his foot, on the day the incident even happened, you saw that man was in a proper suit. You see him with shoe on before he's standing there. He walking, just like somebody going to, how you call the place, to a wedding party. When I look at that day, when that man appeared, I say, hey God, this is just to tell the world how unserious these people are. We're talking about fire incident. Look, you should be there with an immediately that place should be quarantined, so to speak. That entire site should be quarantined. But you saw the man there, he was walking with a full leather, going to the play, enjoying yourself. All of them, they just passing around. That alone, I knew that thing, they were just scammed. The men were on. They are already playing what they playing. They already carry on their plane, and they just went down there to just, sunning the public. That was one of the things that I observed. To tell us that there was a joint investigation and the National Fire Service that should have all of the expertise, because when it comes to the issue of the fire, it is, like I said the last time, it is the Liberian National Fire Service that should be explaining to the Liberian people how it happened, because they are the one that having the expertise. When you talk about fire investigators, I know A to B from the end of the Liberian National Fire Service. When you talk about people who understand the trace of fire, people who understand fire pattern and etc., who can be able to give you a diagram. I'll give you an example. I'm a security person. There are certain things, certain places, and not every security person can go there. For I'm an industrial security. If something happening in an industrial field, there are things that we are supposed to know, we are supposed to see, and from there, these are the people that they will send there. So based on the incident that happened, that certain people first they will send, even if there are other people that will go there, but they will send other people for you to go and see, because people are trained in that area. They get the hazmat experts and all these other different things. They are trained in that area. So they will go there, they will observe, they will look, and they will take their own record. So for them to go, like Frank said, to the extent that the the how you call fire service men were asking, and you were looking at the man, say, and I there, correct? The man will tell you, yeah, correct. Go and sit down. Look, the Unity Party is noted for one thing. They will do everything to ensure that they subdue the opposition. We saw that during their 12 years in power, what they did. We saw it. We saw that these people use every unorthodox means to subdue the opposition at the time CDC. And one man, how you call himself, this guy, how you call DSTV man, Simon Freeman is a living witness. They pressurized Simon Freeman till he got to run away from Liberia. They brought him back to Liberia through an international deal. It was through the intervention of the international community that Freeman went back to that Liberia there. Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf intimidated him. We know how these people, they have a very thin skin when it comes to tolerating people who disagree with them. They are noted for that. Go ask Harry Green, whether in heaven or in here, wherever place he is. Y'all go ask him, he will tell you. Y'all go ask Marco Addison, the whistleblower. Y'all go ask him, he will tell you, etc., etc. Y'all just ask these people. So all of these things that are happening, look, these guys is an intention, it's a plan, it's everything is calculated. Nothing is done by means of coincidence. It is calculated, it is planned. That's why they are doing all these things. You can tell me that a fire incident will happen, everybody just sit down for that. Oh, yeah, we'll call the other person. This guy want to use that particular means to be able to intimidate sedition. And this is what we want to tell us ourselves. Sedition, be holding Bible in your hand. They said, do that way. He said, no, we diplomatic. Y'all wear kosu. We're doing this, we're doing that. Look, Breaker, that old man there need rude awakening. That's what he needs. If you think that you will sit down, you take fire and put it on your arm, and you do this, you do that, you got a long time ago. Breaker is a dangerous human being. That why you see Madam Ellen Johnson Sally look at that paper for long. Imagine that old man, the way she get dirty way. If that old man will get dirty way, scared Joseph, you want Breaker, you know that paper get PhD in dirty way. So let's sit down there and keep making, cushion ourselves, trying to pacify ourselves. Joe Boyka coming for us. Joseph Boyka coming for us. The men get one mission. His mission is to ensure that the CDC is destroyed. The second mission is to ensure that the CDC is subdued. The third mission is to ensure that the CDC is wiped away. That mission on it. So let's be playing fun. That's it. I want for us to go to the next issue, but before going there, let me just give us 30 seconds to just do our closing on this whole fire incident. And I'm going to start from my brother, Frank. Let's give you 30 seconds to do your closing on this whole fire incident.
So from my conclusion, right? From my conclusion, from what I observed from the press briefing and from also the president and some fake tip around here and those things, by you going to plan someone to go say this happened, this, opposition send me this. Here's what I want to say. Like Wilmot said, these people did the fire. Reason they have nothing to offer to the Liberian people. And then with this, then it will turn the focus of the opposition, because right now the opposition is actually in a half seat for the next election or for the next campaign. The opposition is in a half seat. And the ruling party does not have that mandate to deliver to the Liberian people. We saw it the past 1 year when it came to power. They never had anything that they spoke of, the partnership, the international, the what relevant they said they have. They are irrelevant. They don't have it. So they kept intimidating, the opposition, but opposition did not fall, into their trap. So it's the same thing they're trying to do, to the extent they went, because this is an attack on the state, to go and burn the Capitol building, to say, and the opposition. But the thing here is, their plan was not well calculated. And at the end, it backfired them, because their brothers set in and they show their self-oxa. So they bring out Capitol building. And the truth is, the way the investigation going, there's no way to indict anyone, because it's already clear.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Let's go to our brother, Ernest, as you close us in 30 seconds on this issue of the fire incident.
Okay, all right. Thank you again. Like I said earlier, that the entire process from the beginning was compromised. Circumstances surrounding or before the investigation was only intended as a way to distract everybody. Like you said, for example, in Rwanda, at a crime scene, let's say for example, accident occur in this country, nobody there to even go, even if like your mother or your brother, whoever that is involved in that accident, to say, oh, let's take the person and rush into the hospital. No. Everybody will sit, wait, the police will come, secure that entire place. The police will do what they're supposed to do after that, before you can take that person, not even they bring the ambulance, take that person to the hospital, because that area need to be secure. But we saw, like I said, we saw on the day of the fire, the building is still on fire, yes. The president and his cabinet, they went on that same compound, put chairs and doing what? Discussing what? So nothing will come from out of the investigation. This story will be talking this story for the next 6 years. That's how it will be. Nothing. And you go get report, you say, oh, you observe. Observe is what? These are all circumstantial or evidence. You cannot use it. You cannot go to say, oh, when you say, oh, we observe. Observe, is that observation? No. There should be an established cause for the fire. Tell, like when people say, yes, the fire was caused by what? that gas. They fire somebody brand the Capitol building. To be precise in the investigation, you can't tell us, oh, you observe this multiple entrance. Who are we going to hold for all the multiple entrance? Who are those that are making the multiple entrance? Again, like I said, up to this date, the police have not informed us who are those that have been investigated by the police, except Honorable Safoko, who was taken to the police station up to this day. So the entire process has been compromised. It was just intended as a way to pin those who are in the opposition black and to make Flantikova and the rest of the other guys who are in the minority black, to pin them, to make them look ugly before the public. And thank God that strategy did not work. The Liberian people now begin to know who these people are, who their true, what their true color is today. We begin to know small. Yes.
Thank you so very kindly. Let's hear from our sister, the village queen, as she used 30 seconds to close on this
All
fire
right,
incident.
to my Liberian people out there or everybody else watching, I want to publicly say to the police director and to the Ministry of Justice, this case, you all have compromised the evidence. You all are acting upon the directive of the president, so the Liberian people do not believe in whatever decision you will come up with. So I will advise that you all get some international body to investigate the burning of the Capitol building. Because number one, they all are partisan and they are not acting independently of the political party. The president went there on the day of the incident, which he should never have done. They sat on there, had a Palawa Hut meeting, and he directed the police director. And he instructed him on who did it. Go after them. And when he said hooligans, I can tell you, I'm not God, but that president was referring to the minority black. Because that's where the investigation been going, to the minority black. So the Gregory Coleman, do yourself justice. To the Liberian people justice. Have some international intervention to help you investigate the burning of our Capitol building, because it is the people's house. And we want to know who did it, because whoever did it, they should face the consequence of the law. Thank you.
Thank you so very kindly. My brother Frank, let's hear from you as your 30 seconds. We close out on this.
Frank or me?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Jake.
Okay. Prince, I told you earlier, there's a distraction. The Unity Party ain't get nothing to do. They ain't have agenda. Prince, the Unity Party, they came to power through propaganda, through all that surrogate, Henry Costa, all of them. They brought Waka to power. You know what happened in the country? Prince, I live in Europe here. It's a bare rack of the whole African continent, beside America. They get no agenda. They don't even come here. They got no point made here. United Party, they got nothing to do. They need 1 point. So I'm telling the United Party supporters here, why do we take 1 more billion from for their salary and expenditure? Where they having that? Where they will take that money from? They will go ask Samuel Tua. Let them bring Samuel Tua closer to them. Samuel Tua, they were facing hardship. Under that tenure, under Georgia presidency, that why they harmonize our country today, the Liberian people don't even know. Our mineral resources depleted. It depleted. You go check it out. Facts are telling you here. Where do the United Party get money from? They get money. They're distracted. They can't turn that country around. They just preach propaganda bar way. Let them bring George. We are close to them. I told people here the unfinished business Georgia was doing because Georgia believe you're going to get in power for the next 6 years. But God need to make peace to George with George we are. Then Georgia will lay some foundation down. Why the thing he started, the thing he ended for him to pass the torch to them, for them to deliver the country. Or else our healthcare system, everything ruined. That distraction, bring all that thing, that distraction, they bring the Capitol building. Nobody else bring that building. It on that watch. And that's why I say, I'm not a member of the CDC. I'm a friend of the president. If the president not running again, get time for politics in our country. You know what I saw yesterday? Akaros grading all these people. They say they are sedition. They going on propaganda channel and they destroy you. Let me tell something here today. The America that you live in, they get a CNN, they get all the news channel. They get a Democrat news channel. They get a Fox news channel. Yeah, you will see any Republican going to Democrat, a radical Republican, you will see them go to CNN. No, I saw Akaras grading the state of wanting to destroy your going on a platform to prove what. And then you can go on Freedom FN, you can go to the AB Way on every platform. They are all cowards. But these are a bunch of people because they lose the election, they lose our horse down. They just done it with anybody now. So seriously, when I come on them, when I come on them, let them wake up the eye. They see just they know where and that may from local county to them. Tifa. They're not there for that very reason because they believe that Georgia will not come back. That notion, that notion. So friends, it's a distraction.
Thank you. What I can say is that Gregory Como will have to save himself. And if this government means any well for the security sector, a man like Gregory Como should be nowhere near the security sector. Nowhere. Because Gregory Como has carried himself more political than that of a security officer. We have seen that over and over and over, time without number. Gregory Como wants to be maybe the spokesperson of Liberia, or want to be maybe a political person. Let him be a political person. But Gregory Como have destroyed the fabric of that particular institution, the Liberian National Police. A force that was recognized and that was, so been praised by our international community to the extent that our police even went under the regime of President Weah. They went for an international peacekeeping force, I think in Mali or so. They said, I think in Mali or one of these countries. They went as international peacekeeping force there. So to see the level at which the police have reached, my people, it is disgraceful. And Gregory Como cannot help. In fact, Gregory Como, for information that we have gathered, is having a special squad or hate squad in that particular police that will go to take on anybody they see as an opposition. And it is happening. There are people who have been picked up. Yesterday, we listened to one of our brother, how you call him, Avin Wisse, who said he had police around his house. These things are not strange. These are all the Unity Party tactics and, tricks. That's their MO. That's how they operate. So all we are saying is that, look, Gregory Como has dinged the character of the Liberian National Police and should not be nowhere there. We are calling on the international community that sponsoring anything that Gregory Como has hands in, it almost like sponsoring Boko Haram. It almost like sponsoring a terrorist group. Because we are seeing what is happening. These people use their gun and they went in Grand Cape County and killed people, massacre people, working for other aid, nothing for other aid. We listening to the justice minister saying Liberia going downhill with the whole justice system. You see what is happening. So we are saying to our international community that helping the police or giving any aid to the police under the watch of Gregory Como is like Army Buku around. That what happened. So I just leave that one. It's like Army Buku Haram. So if you want to get armed to Buku Haram, well, no problem. You can take it and carry it to the Liberian National Police. You can take it. Or you want to get any help, you can help. But as far as we're concerned, these people are not ready yet with their behavior.
Hello?
Yesterday, we saw something, and it's from
Good,
their
how you
own
doing?
platform. The office of the First
Yeah,
Lady
I'm
of
good.
the
How
Republic of
yourself?
Liberia,
Yeah.
according to the information,
Yeah, I'm okay. What's going
this
on?
guy explained, which was very disgraceful, that they were in a meeting.
Yeah, look.
And
Oh,
this
you saw
person
last time I
walked in
didn't
the
have,
meeting who
like, when
is
she's
not a
listening to the way
member of the
funeral,
First Lady
I want to put that
office.
off. Yeah,
Not a
I own
member
a
of the
conference
First
call. I'll
Lady
call you right
office
back.
at all. The person is not a member of the First Lady office. He walked in their meeting while they were having this discussion. They said they were having, how you call their own office staff meeting. And this person went there, according to this particular Vaniga, he said they gave this guy access to sit in the meeting. While in the meeting, this guy made them to understand that he has some connection in England. There is a scholarship that he can connect the office of the first lady too. And according to the information, this guy started the negotiation. The staff that was in the first lady office, according to them, they decided that we verify this information. They verified the information and it was true. It was some kind of culinary school in England that people supposed to go and attend. But the money that they're supposed to pay, they didn't have the money at the time because they sent out communication to donors. So they decided to get in contact with some of the people who, they think that can be part of this particular scholarship. According to what this Vaniga said, They got in contact with two persons that expressed interest in the scholarship, and the amount of $2,000 was charged. After which, at the end of the day, to cut this whole story short, they did the now work. The people say, oh, you guys were late. And the people are now crying for their money. I want to start this, and I want to hear from you, my brother Ernest. What do you make of this disturbing news? And up to now, this particular guy is even stayed there. The man, he just relaxed. He said he stayed there. He even moved. He's not moved by whatever that is happening. The first lady too is so comfortable. So let's hear from you, my brother. What do you make of this? What do you make of this?
For me, what I would say, Mr. Sherry, is that when you are like everybody say, opposition, being an opposition is like a government in waiting,
Mhm.
where you sit and see those who are in power, what are they not doing or better, and what change you can make. But if you forgo that agenda and focus on more feeding lies to the public, making the people to understand that when you get there, everything will be milk and honey, giving the people false promise, making them to believe in
You know
something
what I'm
that
saying?
is not even in existence. That will happen. So at the end of the day, after creating that impression, when you are now in power, you try by all costs, you want to do something to impress them. So I tell you now, if you analyze the Joseph Yuma Braga government in let's say 1 year running now, will tell you that up to this day there is nothing substantial the government can point to say yes, in our 1 year we were able to achieve this. So now what they are doing now, by all costs, let's do something to show the Liberian people, do something that will show Liberian people that, oh, we have been working. And everything they are doing now, it kind of bow back on them. Why would the first lady office be used in that manner? For example, collect money from people for scholarship. The first lady office, in fact, the government should be providing opportunity for Liberians to go out, to go instead of come back and develop the country to make their own contribution. But now the first lady office now is the office that is selling out scholarship to people for 2,000 in a country like Liberia. To this date, that particular program has backfired. To pay the people money, no hair, no tail that we can see in Liberia. Up to this date, the office of the first lady have not released a single statement to Liberians to tell us, yes, this is the situation, and we are carrying on investigating to make sure that we put things in place. And all those who put their money or who made payment, will try our best to restitute that money. Up to this date, we have not heard anything. So, like I said, these people, their actions are deliberate. They know what they are doing, and as he said, they came to rescue Liberians. No, they are only here for themselves. If you go back to this same first lady, this is the same first lady who was there before Joseph Boga became president coronavirus time. She did not even give a single bag of water to anybody in her community. But she became first lady today. We saw her renovating one hospital and teaching Beshi, gave pillow and put her name on it. Just gave Beshi and she not even get anything. She just gave Beshi and pillow to the hospital. She put a picture on it. She said, yes, she now be hospital. This is the first day today. Liberians, struggling Liberians. We all know how that country is to raise money. I talked about 2,000 United States dollars for a scholarship, and they are sitting quietly, no pressure, without even saying anything to the public. So I tell you, these people, because they come on lies, and all those lies, you tell the Liberian people there is nothing coming out of it. So they are finding means by all costs to see how they can impress. Even us today, if we go back to that government, tell them say we get the investment, they will come behind us because they want to do something by all costs. The impression they give the Liberian people now is waiting on them. So by all costs, so anything now they are dancing with the devil. So for me, all I can say, those people who make that contribution needs to get on their feet, and even us who are here in opposition also to make sure that if the Liberians cannot benefit from the scholarship, let that 2,000 be given back to them. That's what I can say on that issue.
Thank you so much, my brother Ernest. Thank you so very kindly. Let's hear from our own sister, a mother in the house. Imagine in Liberia, the way Liberia already looking like. You are not a stranger. Every day people calling you. You have your organization down there. It's not easy. Imagine this government, the office of the first lady. taking $2,000 from a poor mother who can't even afford for her son. Let's hear from you
Wonderful.
on this whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, Prince it is really, really a sad time. These are some sad days in Liberia. Okay. And then the surprisingly, right? Liberians, young Liberians are anxious, they eager for better life because they don't see, they
Yeah.
don't see it and they don't have it in Liberia, especially under this administration. It
Mm,
has gotten ridiculous. Okay. So
mm,
if someone come, if you a little young, ambitious, smart young man or woman, and you hear somebody from the office of the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia that say we have scholarship to send you abroad to learn. Who would not want to fall for that? They would never even run through the head that it was a scam. But you would think by this time, okay? Let's forget about the first lady. The president of the Republic of Liberia, that's his wife. If this guy is doing a scan that implicating his wife, it has gone over 24 hours. The president should be able to defend his wife. You mean he can't come outside and instruct? This is the time he need to instruct the police director to start an investigation. I mean, in Liberia, the thing is so opposite or the wrong way, I just can't comprehend. Why isn't any statement from the president office or from the first lady office? Why? Why? And the Vivi home said it was 40 persons, not two. So that 80,000, he took from 40 young Liberians on a false pretense. Let us assume this scholarship was legit. A good-hearted person or from the first lady office, they would say, okay, if they need down payment and the students have to come up with some money later on, let we in the office of the first lady put forth the down payment. Liberians, you need to open your eyes. I mean, the foreign minister scan you. Now the first lady office scanning you. You gotta open your eyes. I mean, normally we know scholarship to be free. Probably you will only, pay a little bit or something, but you wouldn't come up with the first money. They should come up with the first set of down payment. The government should come up with, or the office of the first lady in this case, should come up with the down payment.
sure.
And then once you travel abroad, maybe you will come up with your little like provisions and stuff. You'll have money to do the kind of stuff. Or someone will ask you to buy your own books. I understand the desperation. But please, to my fellow Liberians, do not allow these crooks. These are crooks. The Unity Party people are crooks. Every day you listen, it's a new scam. It's a new scam. There's a scam. Can you imagine? The people at the finance ministry, they forge a signature from someone at the American embassy. Excuse me? Seriously? Who dare do that? Something is going wrong with Unity Party. And you don't blame the people, the papa is sleeping. Look how he went to Ghana for the inauguration and they got picture, he's sleepy. So he's sleeping most of the time when all the things are happening. But by now we expect to hear from the office of the first lady. And Vivi was on Spoon. He said that he briefed her. So she's in the know. And when she keeps selling this long, Liberians will assume that she part of it. She part of the scam. And Katuma, speak out. Put a press release out so people can know because you are not of that kind of person. Put a press release out letting Liberians to know that you are not in the know. But if you keep quiet tomorrow and we don't hear anything, we assume that you are part of the scam. And that's not
Mm.
good. That is not good for Liberia. We expect you to talk to your husband when the people are doing things wrong, for you to help bring him on the right track or talk to him because he's the head of the government. He is because of you. It is because of Joseph Boakai, President Boakai. You have the office of the first lady. So they assume, I heard you are out of town, but I know you can still reach the press wherever you are, whether you're out of the country, you should have the capability to do that. But they assume you're dragging your feet. Mr. President, she's your wife. You took an oath to protect and defend your wife. Why can't you say something from your office? Are you sleeping on this too? You need to wake up. Thank you.
Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly. My brother Frank, let's hear from you on this issue. Office of the First Lady. You listening to that man. Let's hear from you, Chief.
I mean, these are, I mean, very shameful and very disgraceful, shameless first lady of the Republic of Liberia, or I know Katumu or Kotumu. Well, let me say this. You see, this just proved to us, right? When they say President, why I call him president? When they say Joseph Boakai have 42-year
No, for all
experience, yes.
respect, he is the president of Liberia.
No,
We
no,
must
no,
give
no,
him
no.
that.
The same way they said Joe Weah was not their president, I have the right to say he's not my president. But let me go with this. Um, when they say Boakai have 42 years experience, right? I believe it. He have 42-year experience in looting, 42-year experience of exploitation, for the 2-year experience of scamming people, for the 2-year experience of failures, for the 2-year experience of mismanagement to the extent he could not manage his own money right after 2018. I mean, you spent 12 years in power. 2018, you get a power. And since 2018, you got broke and you start borrowing money from the bank to live life. Like you said, oh, I'm borrowing money from the bank so I can be able to live my life. So all these for the 2 years, right? These are the things that you did. So these are the areas that you have experience in. And what do you expect? If his wife, Kotumu, or whatever the name is, right? Right after 12 years, you got millions of dollars. And then the same year that you gave power, y'all went broke. What does that mean? That means the woman herself, she does not know how to manage. Because even if the man does not know how to manage, right, it should be the opposite way. The woman should know how to manage. The woman should know how to lead the man. The woman should know how to educate the man. No, honey, we got to do this. But she was unable, right, to manage the man. And then they became a failure, and then they start going to the bank. But look at this. These are the people when they got in power, right? In the first few months, what did they do? They went to the same PHP, or let's say the invisible pack. The children, they built a pack for the kids, they built a pack for. These people went and start taking money from the kids to enter the pack. I mean, these are things that we see. We're not making up things. They went and start charging the kids for entering the pack, right? And the pack that was built for them to enjoy it, they start taking money from them in order to raise money for themselves. That is just another example. What happened here again? The same scammer we call First Lady. What did she do on Christmas Day? She said she giving gift to the kids. We saw these kids on the same pack again, right? That was built by our dynamic president. This lady is there. Instead of her giving Christmas gift to the kids, she said the kids should pay $5 again. $5 to these kids. What the kids getting money from? Are they working? These are school kids. And then you taking money from them. They're not even in school. You close school. You now put them in school. Then you go again, you taking money from them. What their parents can afford. These are the things that we're going through. So it is not strange, right? For the so-called First Lady to come out of scam people. Now, these are the things that President Josh Manuel we did, sending people abroad, right? To go to school and learn and then come back. But now these are people taking money from the same people they're supposed to send abroad. Because before they came there, they had the connection. In fact, they spoke about education heavily, that they're going to invest in education, that a lot of students will go abroad and they will bring materials and things. But now they're taking money from people, from peaceful citizens, from citizens who want to learn, who want to excel, to come back to their nation. And then you're taking money from them. So now, how are you going to sponsor them when they even go overseas? You're taking money from them before they can go. If they go, how are you going to sponsor them? They're going to get stranded out there. How are you going to feed them? How are you going to pay their fees? They're going to get stranded out there. You're not even supposed to take money from them because you are not a private entity. You are not a private organization. You are the state of the institution. And you need to look out for the people that are taking money from them, especially the First Lady, a mother. A mother. You should behave as a mother for the citizen. Even if your husband is doing something contrary, you should step up as a mother to speak for the people and say, husband, this is not right. This is what we need to do. Because you being the First Lady, you are not just a First Lady, you are the mother for everybody. You give birth to everybody, and you're supposed to serve everybody's interest, not to come be taking money from them and scamming them. But again, like honest said, Those people you took money from.
To her defense, the boss said we can specifically say she knows about it.
No,
He said he
until she can
briefed
come
her.
out,
Let us
until she
wait.
can come out to defend
Yes,
herself.
yes.
No,
So
no,
we're gonna give
until
her the
she can come
benefit
out
of
to
the
defend
doubt.
herself. Right now, she have not come out. How many days now? How many days have passed? Right? We're looking at this thing. How many days have passed? And then to the extent articles, we have articles already out. So we are going by the articles. She has not yet come out to say I did not do the to defend herself or to give statement. So we are going by the article. We are going by what we read.
And
So
you know,
examine it, and
surprisingly,
then
the president can speak out to that his wife, even though she's
Yeah.
the first
Let
lady
me
is his wife. Why
Let,
is
let,
she
let's
speaking out too?
yes, sir.
just want to say something to what
Yeah,
Village Queen
quickly,
said.
so we can go to our brother Jake. Yeah, go ahead.
Before we go to Jake's, say,
Yeah.
we cannot blame her because the reason we blame her because this comes directly from her office. It's not her relative to say, maybe the person close to her or maybe they live in the same community. This particular enrichment came from the office of the First Lady. Who is the head of that office? The First Lady of the Republic of Liberia. So if anything wrong happen, she has the head. She has to take what responsibility. So there's no way we can exclude her from it. And if you listen to the guy on
The guy
Spoon FM,
first thing the guy said she didn't know about it. Then later on he said he briefed her.
Yeah, so
I think that guy need to be suspended right now and an investigation started.
That's what I said earlier is that up to now, but now the office of First Lady should have released a statement concerning that particular situation.
Very quickly.
My point. It comes from her office. It's not her relative. It came from her office directly. So she had to say something.
Thank you. A fellow Liberian, before we go to our brother Jake, I just put up an information here from the office of the First Lady, former First Lady, Madam Claire Marie Weir. And this was in October 10 of 2022, where she granted 20 young and brilliant Liberian students scholarship. That was the tier badge. I have all of the information. I'm going to display it here for you. But let's hear from our brother Jake. Our brother Jake, let's hear from you, sir.
Community is laughable. You know why I say so? Let me tell you something. George Weah changed the political landscape in Liberia. He brought developmental politics. Nobody had ever seen it. So the Unity Party under pressure. George Weah changed the whole narrative. Anybody become president of the Republic of Liberia, you got to deliver. You got to develop the country. You deliver, George Weah mark a fingerprint all over the country. Let me remind Liberians, they're quick to forget. I will remind followers here. Katumune, there's nothing they call scholarship. They don't have no connection. Let me tell you that what I told people here. I will remind you, Prince, Donald Trump taking power now on the 20th inauguration. What the first thing Donald Trump did?
Well, when I hear you,
He waiting for? You can hear me now?
Yeah,
yeah,
okay, you are good now. Yeah, we're getting you now. Go ahead.
Let me remind Librarians, they never had no scholarship program that lie. So lie. She know about it. Anything that happening, they know about it. $22 million, 22 million guineas he's spending on the mud. Joseph Baga in sacking. So when you're talking, he didn't know about it. Let me tell you, Donald Trump win. Let me tell you, government continue, as people say. Donald Trump, how can we go rule the country again? He went to Joe Biden and said, what on the table? What you have here? What I need to do? Joseph Baga refused to meet the former president. Let me tell you, I will say something on the platform here tonight. I will blow the whistle here tonight.
well, what was that?
Thousands of scholarship program on George. Let them go Mickey Mia, the former foreign minister. They get scholarship program in a list. They wanted to continue the scholarship. CDC wanted to continue the scholarship program for the next one. They're going to win the next election. So all our things get no connection. All our documents, all the things, CDC people keeping it. They keeping it. They have to make peace before they continue, before they progress in our country. If they don't make peace, they video they won't keep it. They won't keep it. They say one guy said it. Unity Party will suffer because George Weah get painted thing and they sort of gave power, gave connection to them for them to develop the country. They got no scholarship programs or scam that lie. So serious scam. They don't have it. Where they have the connection at? They don't have the connection. Who the chairman on scholarship or education? Nathaniel Magay. They get this kind of program there. He was once there. All there. You know, when Claire Marie Weah was building that foundation, the Claire Marie Weah Foundation, let me remind Liberians, They see Unity Party people say, oh, it will never happen, it will never happen. Multi-million dollar project, multi-million dollar project. They don't have no connection. Marie wears a runner. She know how to move. They know how to move. She get the international community. She get the connection. She get all African female leaders and other first lady. In her boxes. They have the connection. She get more to offer in that country. Have more to offer in that country. But because the Liberian people went different direction, and the letter of the late Prince Johnson that cheated the election in Nima County, other places, that why they gave power to them. But you see, we still started joining worry. The year passed, nothing passed. The country suffering because it's burning all over the country, death all over the country. So the United Party need to rebrand ourselves, Burka need to have reconciliation meeting. It's the second year, you need to bring all political party to the table, especially the former president. He said that bygone be bygone. I will rule this country. I don't have no time yet to rule this country. But they let the country going. All the bunch of guys, what they said they were smart, they were educated. They already in this area, Prince, nothing working for the country. They don't have no point in any part of the world.
Thank
So
you.
what I have to say, they
Can I
got
say
no
something to what
connection.
you said about a reconciliation conference,
Yeah,
right?
use the next 30
Yeah,
seconds. I
Yeah,
think Ernest,
yeah,
you are the
what
next,
I
right?
would not advise President we had to sit with any reconciliation with Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai, his whole objective is after George Weah. Okay? And you know how African people can behave. Let it leave it like that. Let it go through
okay,
it. You know, but he shouldn't be because he's after George Weah. Can you imagine
okay,
if George Weah could concede to the election and this make him win, and he took over power, he can't even call people to have meeting over 1 year. George Weah should never sit in any room with him for reconciliation.
Thank
okay.
you. On this issue of the first lady, my people, this thing here, like my brother Romo can always say, let's call spade a spade. Let not be a roundabout.
Mhm. Yes,
The first lady here has a notorious character when it comes to money, business, and corruption. Some of you don't know, but we'll tell you. At
yes,
the time, Joseph Numa Boeka was the vice president of the Republic of Liberia. When you are the vice president, the group of 77, they fall
exactly.
honor
Yes,
the first lady, the second lady of the Republic of Liberia.
yes,
The
exactly.
second
Yes,
lady,
that's
you,
true.
you, you heard that place. We
That's
saw
facts.
of recent what how you call Jeremiah Kuhn's wife did, even though it was commented, but we saw what she did. Where she went to the group of 77, renovated their place, gave them food, etc., etc. The time Joseph Numa Boeka was vice president in that country there for 12 years. Let's put it in the Liberian way. Madam Katumu Boeka was the head, or
Yes,
was the supervisor, or was
for
the
the
chair,
truth.
however they will call it, of the group of 77. But
Exactly.
ask
Yes,
yourself, all of the budget towards group of 77 was overseen, was directly, let's say, supervised by Madam Katumu Boeka. What did she do for the group of 77 people? The visually impaired, the how you call different people, the blind, cripple, blah blah. What did she
yeah.
did for them? What did that Oma did
The
for the people?
the
No,
yeah, the
Liberia.
disabled.
So when y'all saying the Oma, what did she did for them? That the first thing.
Yeah.
That the first complaint we start looking at that Oma, we say no, the Oma here that serious con. If we are not careful, the Oma will she and her husband will rag the country. But people ain't believe it. Now let me give that move that one aside. Let's give you another example. Honor Joseph Numa Boeka when he was serving as vice president. There was 18 scholarship that came directly in the office of the second lady. And I said, I say, a friend of one day I will display something here to you at the appropriate time. 18 persons should have gone on scholarship from China under the office of the second lady of the Republic of Liberia. You know what happened? You know what they did? They sold that particular scholarship slot to people. A friend of mine was one of those who benefited. At the end of the day, you went China, you could not find a way, you managed some kind of way, you were able to travel somewhere else. They sold that scholarship. That scholarship was sold. That happened in 2013, 2012, 2013, somewhere between there. But I have some document. I will bring that document. I'm keeping it in my file. I will bring it up. Maybe after the show, I'll bring it up. That scholarship was sold. That Chinese scholarship. It was sold to these people for nothing less than $2,300 each. They pay for that scholarship. 18%, I'm not giving you this story. It's something that I know about because the person who was there, I helped at the time, were doing lay one or two things while Lee were doing some our hustle. So we used to get some other thing on the side. I helped the person. So it's not something I'm telling you, they say, I get it here. I will pull up that. I should have put it up just now, but I'm still searching and stuff like that. So Madam Katumu Bweka is not noted for somebody who can help. Can you imagine Vavli Holmes is telling her, oh, the money, they tell the scholarship king, the fuel lady, of he ain't get money. So we wrote other people to go and help us. So we say, let the people bring 2,000. We looking left, the cow where the care in the stupid can, we don't want 88. So you just look at 5,000 plus people, 5 million plus people. They just say, yeah, me that's kind of story. Even the kind of story say BM, it can't even work with them. You just look at it and say, me put some kind of story together and go give it to them. Look, Madam Katumu Bweka is fully aware. Like Frank said, a day woman here could not manage her husband money. You know what it means? Look, if today I am broke and I'm married, my wife is to be blamed one way or the other. It means some kind of way they will blame her. So imagine the woman was getting paid. The second lady also were being paid under the regime of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. The woman could not manage the money. At the end of the day, the Oma was selling color in your yard. And that's something that we're talking because one time, the Oma was selling color. I know that area there, that whole area. Moreover, apart forget it, we are gonna picking there. Without that temple other place. The Oma was selling color in your yard. To the extent that these people, they were using their yard as a car park. Car used to come back, and you park your car, you get in and lay 150, next morning you come, you take it, you carry it back. This thing was happening. So Madam Katumu Bweka is noted for somebody who they can engage in all kind of things. At the end of the day, look at what happened. The first lady, since the woman took over, she had just been into all kind of skin thing. That area or the clinic where they say they go open. They in front part of the clinic, they put where pin there and where blue, where was and blue something. They put small blue inside. They say, oh, they place on it. Only for people to go part beyond the whole beyond part when you see inside, you even get sick. In fact, the sickness can intensify. They put this on how you call bed
Look at
sheet.
me.
They put it on the bed. When you see the bed sheet on the bed, that bed sheet is sufficient enough to be able to triple the sickness that you will carry on that. You lay down on that bed with that bed sheet. The bed sheet was dirty. Look at the bed sheet. And that's something that will make him fun. Y'all see the fella like you. So the old man was aware. Look, the
And
old
the
man
worst
called
part
Valley
is
Boom.
the worst part about is you have to put a picture on it.
Hey,
That's
my
the
brother,
worst
like
part
she was
about the
talking,
whole
and she
thing.
put a picture. She was brave enough to take a picture and put it on that thing. The Oma called Fanny who and said, Fanny. Fanny said, who? He said, Lord, that thing here, we got to get something small. You say, oh, it's very difficult. Look, the whole thing was a plan that schemed the people scheme us. Can you imagine Joseph Newman Burger was brave enough to bring Nicotine? This is the only government I see the husband engaged in all kind of critical thing. The wife too was supposed to call the husband and say, darling, you gotta be careful. The people power here, take time with it. Look, usually you see any man who you see doing well, they say behind every successful man, they're waiting.
Yeah,
Successful woman. Behind
Mr. Sherry,
any kind of crook man.
I'm cutting off. The
Yes, sir.
husband came out with yellow machine. The husband
Ah,
first came out with yellow machine. The man came out with Nicotel. The woman has came out with scholarship. The next one is son.
and the one we're talking
Yeah,
here,
with
and the one we're
bosses.
talking.
The bosses. They have to take the bosses back.
Yeah, and the one we're talking. So the
The
people can
man
say
came out
behind,
with
if
bosses.
you agree with that word, behind every successful man, there's a successful woman. Behind any man that is a serious crook, a notorious crook that squander resources, there is also a notorious wife, a serious crook behind that particular man. Too. Yeah, oh, the high looking like. The high looking like. Because look, the women are the one that's supposed to sell their husband and say, but you can't proceed this way. Because look, that's some kind of place when men reach that only you and your wife in the room. There can be no advisor, no political who, political what. No, that only two of you. That only two of you. So the woman can say, look, darling, but the way it's supposed to go like this, the way it's supposed to go like this. But that woman, I can say it for sure. Katumu Bweka got first with Joseph Newman Bweka said, Nico, that thing was get me small money. How your car blow alarm? You're supposed to manage that thing. So she said she go there too now and say, I'm going to try my own. But President, we are doing something to the Liberian people, which many people are overlooking. Look, President, we are opening the Liberian people eyes to governance. So it will become very difficult for Crook then to survive. That's why you see Joseph Nima Boyka on a
Mm-hmm.
basket to move. Because
Yeah.
President William opened the eyes of Liberian people. Look, people who are not even educated are discussing politics in their villages, in their towns. They are discussing politics. People who never one day even come to Morovia, see them discussing politics, you scared. So, President, we are opening the presidency and governance to the common people. So, for you to just croak them like that, no, it's too hard. I want Joseph Newman Boyka finding it difficult. So, the people look at it for long and say, but 18 years, I want to take money on the other side, you know, where I take money on the other side, in that way. So, the only thing I will do, I will intimidate the people then. You see all the things that so plain. The people working, that no, that vibes and scan the people working back. He get a gender. When he try the other side, now where he say, well, let me go on the other side. The thing the people were doing to collect money, he used to take plenty of people and put them on. He said they traveling. When you go, the other money collect it. Now noise behind I look at it for long. He says, see, but then I gotta use some kind of different means. We attacking with the corruption benefit the paper. You know, like when you tackle somebody, you know, in our Liberian was somebody say tackle. When they say real tackle, you can't go left, you can't go red. The Liberian people holding the knowing. So the paper had to confess openly info your paper say, I'm begging you, my official, you're steal, you're able to steal. The only thing I'm expecting you to do, you just bless the people then with small thing. Then the paper said it, the paper is not
Yeah,
record.
Papa said.
That because we tackle him, we hold him by a particular area, we hold him. You want proudness, I will hold him. You want steal, you hold him. You want proudness, I will hold him. So you look at it for long and say, okay, let me just say the thing one time, let people move from behind me. My people, you want steal, I'm begging you, you're steal. The only thing, or you steal the money, or you make sure you bless our people. Look, Joseph Numa
Can you
Bueka and
imagine
his
that?
family have come to redeem themselves. And not through a real means, but through Kokoji means. The first 22 or $18 million that we're talking about, or $8 million we're talking about, was from the SRB bank, money that he took for his campaign. When he came, what he did, he took Talu from Central Bank because Talu said, no, Papa, they can't tell. We can't do it like deal. They think that
Exactly.
private money you took from the people there, you can use the government coffers to pay the people. At the end of the day, I will be in trouble as a central bank governor head. I will be in trouble. You look at Talu for land, he said, man, looking at no two more, no more. Who he say taking the man from there? Man run to Kokoto. He say Joseph will beg you away for Omesuro down small. Lead the people here and that money. Carry the man by say, oh, that why you say, okay, I will suspend him now. As we speak to you, the people stay on suspension. So, but that kind of man you will play with. Look, the papa is determined to rip that country off, and that's why we should not close our mouth. The day we close our mouth, the next day we wake up, Liberia will be done. The papa can be brave enough to start going around Buku around there. And you understand, Jonta people in Guinea, Jonta in Guinea, is brave enough to go take car from there. What thing that papa can do? You get a papa chance the next day, Liberia, my people will be finished. But let's give the next
Let, let,
1
let-
minute.
yeah,
So
yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
let me just
so
take only only 30
yeah,
seconds.
let's conclude. Yeah, definitely. So we conclude.
We mentioned something about yellow machine, right? Let me say this, to bring it to the public. I'm not sure, but somebody called me yesterday. They said, Frank, all day I can be seeing small plane. The person in Liberia, I can be seeing small plane. Oh, they just coming down, just going, just white plane, small. Where can be doing stuff? Now, when she said that, right, something came to mind, and I would like for the journalists to make a follow up. Now, the bosses that came in the country, the two bosses, we know the two bosses went back, but the yellow machine, we don't know where those yellow machine gone. I would like for the journalists to make a follow up on those yellow machine if they stay parking, because I want to believe, like when this person told me yesterday, small plane can be learning in the whole day just going and think white plane. Something came to mind that either it could be possible those yellow machine, right? Boyka took the yellow machine somewhere in a country, somewhere deep down there. They looting our resources and things, and that's why they playing it, coming, carrying it, learning, picking up. They see what they do in DRC Congo. I don't know. I'm just saying. When she said that, something came to mind. Those yellow machine, because we never have story. Well, they went back to where they came from. All we all said they took it somewhere to the army barrel, they pack it there and thing. But are they still there? Or if it is not there, where have they gone? Are they in some kind of mine area in the bush? They looting our resources and things. That's why Walker brought it for me. I don't know. I'm just saying this. The journalists should make follow up on it.
Thank you. Before we go to the next person, the former first lady, this thing I just posted. This is the office of the former first lady. She gave out 20 scholarship. Their children they ain't pay $5. I mean, underprivileged children to France. Let me just read it. It says 20 Liberian students granted full funded scholarship. Monrovia, October 10, 2022. The office of the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Claire Mariwia, announced the selection of at least 20 young and brilliant Liberian students to make up the 10 cohorts of joint government of Liberia and France full scholarship program. Here are the students and their respective ages. Mohammed A. Ba, 21, I'm speaking even in a son years. Mohammed A. Ba, 20 years old. Joseph Bala, 19 years old. Faith Botu, 20 years old. Here are the names. Here is it. 20 scholarship the the first lady gave. Here is it. This batch of students will bring to 59 the total number of students currently benefiting from the joint government of Liberia and France full scholarship by the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia. Yes, here. And I'm making it all here. There's the right here. I put it here. I put it on the screen. The First Lady was able to use her office to give nobody on the First Lady scholarship was able to pay $5. So the other Katumu workers, she didn't get no connection that you must tell people say you gotta pay $2,000 and then the balloon one will pay. So croak, my brother. Jake, let's hear from you on this issue. You have 1 minute as we close.
Yeah, I told you earlier, George, I changed the narrative in Liberia. You're lucky, people like it or not. They are there, the man brought here a group of CDC people to develop the country in different form. So that while the Unity Party people find it a hard time. You know, they're not in opposition again. While they were on propaganda. Now they govern the country. So when you say you pay a role here, you got to show that role. And what to that surprise, what going on in the country, please be noticing. Any development they try to put our hand on, all already documented by George Weah. They need to start project or continue on the project. But then to continue the project, say, oh, George Weah started. Let me remind people, you need to hear then they say, they brought a song in Liberia, say, CDC people say, you get a blueprint, we will do the work.
Yeah.
You know that famous song.
Yeah.
All the time when George Weah doing developing, they can say they had a blueprint. Then CDC say, yeah, but you all get a blueprint, we will do the work. So what the new song now? They will continue our work now. So they don't have no anyway. Since 1 year now, the UNEP project I think we saw. Everybody saw that clear that the police put that project. But beside that, any project they go to the roundabout. They go to that roundabout. Yeah, they will roundabout. Everything on social media, everybody get a thing in their phone. So any project you go on, more early they go to water area, all that water to more early they constructing the country. So we already been paid for. They were digging all these things then. So they have to bring new project or they continue the president project and they involve the president inside and say, oh, we continue all job project to end the project. So, but nothing new they are brought on the table. It's 1 year now. 1 year. We come go soon be in February, we go low, we'll be in July. You go low 2025. So the United Party, we want for our country to win. Everybody want for our country to be successful. But the United Party, I asking a conscious worker, maybe after they sold out the dread whatsoever, you need to reshuffle his government. You need to reshuffle because all the managers stealing. The men need to leave. I mean, if the old man think was, my sister said he not know what he's doing. I believe it. I believe it because he he get a pacemaker, all these things. He know what he's doing. If he knew what he was doing, he will leave like I said. But he not leaving nothing.
Our program can behave. They can either say they're not seeing you, get in chair for getting the jacket from you. You know, if you get in, they can be acting like they say the least better, they walking, they know what's going on. You get in chair for they take it from you. Before you go to the member, walking, clicker. That may pick up speed more than jet plane. You wrong. That people there, they are up. Oh, let's hear from our brother Ernest.
Yeah, bring me, brother. In the United Party, people say CDC people adore people. They say, oh, CDC adore, but the smart people in power, they're not delivering. What bad for me? The smart people in power now, all the educated people, why they're not developing the country?
I know, 1 year now, no way. My brother Ernest, let's hear from you on this. Let's hear your closing on this.
Yeah, so for me, when you say some of these things, people will be like, oh, we don't want the country to go forward. They will use a word called, oh, you are not patriotic, you're not a patriot. But that's the reality. We have to be very, 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 very much clear to each other. Very much clear to each other. I can say, let's be blunt. No need to sugarcoat the thing. The people actually came to power not being ready. They were not ready. They were not
But
ready.
the both
I
are
tell you
going
about
to
this.
lose. The both are going to
Yeah,
lose. Let me fair here.
let's go back to Bwaga 6 years after his vice presidency. What has been Bwaga involvement? What was he doing?
You were
He had
popping the
no
record.
business. He had no business running. He was not involved into any activities. Let's go back to the likes of Mo Ali. The last season when Mo Ali entered government, he was not doing anything. Mo Ali already one horse in police academy or Ruth Perry Street, that where he was living. They were not doing anything. All the other people, Patrick Honda, all the people you see today, the last season they were not doing anything. So the opportunity now they have to enter government, the only thing they can do right now is to focus on reach themselves. And that's what they focus on, because nobody know, they know clear that in the next 6 years we may not have the opportunity. So everybody right now is focusing on, including the first lady, looking for scholarship people to pay 2,000 US for scholarship in his first lady office. So these people
Imagine.
they were not ready. They were not ready. They just took power because all of lies, and we like Rainbow, sometimes we like that. Everybody, all of anger, whatever today, where we are today. In the next 6 years, we'll be discussing this same thing. But again, what I can say is that we should not give up. We have to continue enlightening our people. Because if we're not careful, again, these same people will come back with the same lies, and we know their strategy for 2029. And the like Rainbow was saying, you saw the last interview Spoon did, they were so the general Sylvester Triple was so embarrassed. In fact, he started picking among the people, looking for who to ask because he wanted an answer. Even when he go there,
Sure.
he felt so disappointed. So imagine that red light. Imagine if you go places that he went to, they went to, they saw what happened. So leave that place. If you go places that West Point, Central, Monrovia, will tell you that the entire country, what we're hearing right now, we only by the grace of God.
Only
So
by the
we that
grace
have
of
this,
God.
that have the power to talk the strength, we have to continue encouraging our people, continue to enlighten them to
You
make
think they
sure
will
that
get your power? You think the people will get your power? Eh? Yeah,
Ghana,
watch and
let me.
see.
Did you conclude, Village Queen? You conclude on
No,
this,
not
right?
yet. No, not
Okay,
yet.
yeah.
I
Let's
wasn't.
conclude on
Uh,
this so that we can.
okay.
Yeah.
For my conclusion, I must commend Seditians for the last 1 year, the first year of Joseph Waka presidency. We stood by and we watched them destruct themselves. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
never staged any protests like compared to our first year, 2018, when they had all these different protests. Every time you turn around, it was this 25,000. I mean, 25 million, 16 billion. It was the other one. It was always a protest, but we have behaved very, very nicely. I really like that of us. We didn't protest anything. But you can see even their own man what made them on Spoon Talk Show. You can see how they all frustrated because the puppet they all of them that so corrupt. Corruption everywhere you think. Today is just the 10th of January 2025. We have had two corruption things going already. The one that came out from finance, where someone from the finance ministry forged somebody's signature from in the United States embassy in Liberia. Seriously?
Imagine.
And then you
Yeah.
have this other one. It's just the 10th of 2025, January 10th. Yeah, you have some scandal coming out of the first lady office. So what we're gonna have out in the next 2 weeks of this January
It's gonna be
2025.
terrible.
So we're
Fearful.
gonna be keeping count. It's gonna be every week different corruption thing going. But then you can look at it. The 40 years plus experience that the campaign on that Joseph Parker has, I have
Hmm.
yet to see it.
Not
The
yet.
only experience I can confirm that he has in his administration is a lot of crooks. I haven't seen anything that will build schools, will do this, with other Google sweet talk. We don't see anything of that. I mean,
Hmm.
they can still do it right. Because the thing is about our country. It's about
Sure.
Liberia. Liberia first. That's the only common denominator we all have. We want good things for the people of Liberia. When Liberian children, when the women and the young men are educated, they will see a better future for
Better
Liberians
future.
and
Sure.
Liberia. And that's what we are looking for. So we hope they can redeem themselves. But he needs to make sure he reshuffle, and then also need to make sure he prosecute those who names are involved in all this scandal. Look at the people when they resettled from Ghana. See
Yeah.
where they put them. See where they had it in Johnsonville. I mean, it was raining and water, all the people.
Hmm.
Another person ate that money.
Get that money
Look
free.
at the roads to do the roads and 22 million to do mud roads. You know what kind of thing 22 million could have done? So we asked that, even the House of the Representatives, they need to put the act together. They were elected to represent the people and make laws for the country and do good things for Liberian people. And to see how Liberia is so far behind all the other African countries to be the oldest republic. It's shameful and disgraceful. So
Thank
these
you.
lawmakers only they to enrich themselves or after their own benefit. It's not fair to Liberian people. It is not fair at all. If they continue like this, Liberian people need to rise up to the plate. Rise up to it and let all of them go. They can recall all of them. You get me, I think, 10,000 signature or 25,000 signature. You can get it and let them go because they don't want to work for you. If they don't want to work, let them go sleep and rest. You can get
Thank
young
you.
people then who you can put back in and do the work for Liberian people.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so very
much.
kindly. Again, fellow Liberians, we want to say thanks to you. I'm sorry that we are doing this for just 2 hours. It's because,
Yeah,
I'm going
we're
to
going
hustle.
2 hours now.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are going to hustle. But I want to say thanks to each and every one of you that take up the time. If
Oh,
anybody
now
think that Mr.
now what closing statement and now giving or finish?
Exactly, so we finish. We finish now. So if anybody
Oh,
think
okay.
that Mr. Bueka will redeem himself, that is a serious joke.
But
Because
Prince,
Bueka
let me
is not
ask you
part
something.
to
Let me ask you
self-destruct.
something.
Yeah,
Prince, we're in the drought season. Let me ask all of you, maybe you're following some other area too. We're in the drought season now. You know about our country to connect the country. In a dry season, when they get connect, we'll soon come, let's see your print, we'll soon come to February, March, April, our rainy season start. If they
sure.
get connect the roads again, maybe another 2 year gone with
Sure. But
nothing.
we'll be here tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, I'm very
Okay,
sure, my schedule is going to be a bit flexible. That's what I'm working
okay.
tonight. So tomorrow is going to be flexible, going to be here. But I want to say thanks to each and every one of you who share, who comment. I mean, all of you really do appreciate it. We wish we had enough of time, at least 3 or 4 hours, but
You know, but
unfortunately,
2 hours good.
we just
2 hours
have
is good.
2 hours. So I want to say thanks to each and every one of you that came up to my brother Ernest. I want to say thank you so very kindly to the village queen. I want to say thank you to my brother Frank. I appreciate
Pleasure.
you. Wilma, thank you so much. All of
Okay,
you who
thank
have
you
been here.
too.
The next time we hope to take calls from you. But until then, we want to say thank you so much. Have yourself a God blessed day. And again, on behalf of the platform, we want to say happy birthday to a brother and a friend, Keith Hassan. You celebrate your natal day. We want to say happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day. And make sure that you do everything best for yourself. So until we meet again, my people, y'all thank you. Y'all have yourself a God blessed day and bye from our end. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.